Another day, another rescue. The shed is at least cleaner, and we're going to attack the Super 8 films again, having rescued many of the tapes. So we'll just have to see what we can get done and if we can reach any satisfaction and go from there. I saw this and I had to think a minute, and it was probably something Tina sent me back in 65 or so. This is where she used to go with her family camping and on vacation. I'm not sure. I would like to go to Fort William and Port Arthur. I hear that's pretty good. Thunder Bay is around there someplace. This is a still from a film called Deconstruction, which I made in the 70s when I was working over there at Film Crew International. And I was really intrigued by basically the sound these bulldozers would make every day, and you know, the actual process of tearing something down became just as interesting as to build something up, except as a minus rather than a plus, and very prominent activity in the 70s in New York City. In any event, so over the course of several weeks I made this Super 8 film about that process. There was always the light of day and how things changed, where shadows fell, and things like that. And being able to see the inside of buildings, and it was all kind of fun. I mean, it incorporated other aspects of looking that I was interested in, especially, you know, sunlight and the way it lay over the course of a day, and you know, how the different light affected things differently. The thing I'm trying to do with so much of my film work is to show, you know, what you see in everyday life. It's not what you'll see if you look at it again from a different perspective. That perspective being that of the film of a filmmaker who's looking at things in terms of light and color and sometimes action. In my case, not about dialogue. You know, there's the process in general, like in this deconstruction film, which is basically about that, you know, revealing something in reverse, which is to say, you're revealing the pieces that go together to make up something. And in the course of doing that, taking away those essential parts, we reveal sort of what was always intended there, like in the case of a building, you know, what the rooms looked like in terms of color and structure. I think that'd be pretty much it. But that's what we're seeing in this film, those things, and not the not just a piece of boring film, but a piece of film that is boring to some, but involving to others. It goes at a slower pace. It's not looking at anything. The usual cues of narrative and music are not there. It's just the process of deconstructing a building with heavy machinery. Many men will go to a construction site, watch them build a building, and this is somewhat, you know, similar to that, and most emphatically the fact that you know, they go there without expectation. They aren't thinking of anything, just what they look at and they think about in that moment of pause. You just let the mind, you know, flow freely over what they're seeing, which is what I'm asking here. Just to pause and see what comes to you. This is a film I was taking of just people walking around 34th Street and 42nd Street. And I was thinking about a company with folk music and trying to set up contrast, which I think is an interesting way of setting the individual parts off. What would be the reason for that? It's because they themselves are interesting and come together to make a third whole in relation to this film. Not quite sure. But I'm intrigued by how I look at people, and this is really just an extremely random film. Not like deconstruction, which is a single topic over a prolonged period of time of basically sound and visual of deconstruction. Heavy equipment, heavy building. This is lightweight and random. So it's very nice. I'm just trying to think about it a little bit here. Well, I was certainly younger and more energetic, and it's interesting in these films how people are simply not, phased or undone by the sight of a camera being pointed at them. Sort of think it's fun. I used to wonder if drug takers were kind of a product of poor diet. I doubt that's true, but still wonder about it. Missing sound foundation as the soundtrack. A lot of these early films were of New York City, which the architecture is just beautiful. That was your art, capturing the art of Manhattan. Another day on the job. We had rain last night. And there's no place for it to run, so like stays where it falls. We had to repair the tarp. A lot of water got in. So we're back at it. Oh, the lenses. Hopefully that will help somewhat. But we have a beautiful day. Beautiful day. Somebody has something working. Washer and dryer. Can't imagine what gives off that kind of steam. Maybe it's heat. Is that an accurate temperature? Well, it could be. Could be. I don't know if it works. Now this is an interesting photo from Chanel. Meant to shock? I'm not even sure. Well, my best skateboard from '65. The stripe's still sort of there.